I'm Leah Sixkiller, formerly Leah Lussier. I am an enrolled member of the Red Lake Band of Chippewa Indians in northern Minnesota, and I was born and raised in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
I have been told that I am the first American Indian graduation speaker for the College of Law.
When I was in college, I attended Harvard University for my undergrad, and I took a few classes. I kind of started learning about Indian law and policy and how it really affects everybody, all tribes and all Indian people in the United States. And so I decided that I wanted to go to law school really about halfway through, and I talked about it with my family, and for me it's always kind of been about if I have the support of my family and my community, and they were ecstatic about the idea. So I decided to apply to the University of Arizona because I knew it was the best program. My second year, I believe, is when the IPLP program developed the IPLP certificate, which is something that I also acquired along with my JD. I don't think that it necessarily made a difference with employers, but in terms of just me personally, my own development, I absolutely think it helped because it kind of forced me to look. In order to get the IPLP certificate, you have to fulfill certain requirements, kind of different aspects of things that apply to tribes. And I had put myself on this path of taking Indian law classes, very business and corporate related. So I think it really broadened my horizons and my knowledge base, which I think is very important for what I do now. I'm at a large law firm called Fagery & Benson. It's based in Minneapolis, and it has offices all over the world. What I do, I'm in the corporate group there, so I'm a corporate attorney, and a lot of what I do is corporate finance, but a really large part of what I do is tribal finance. So we will represent banks, we'll represent tribes, developers, different parties in a tribal finance transaction, and we do it on a very national scale. So it's really exciting. Well, just having had the opportunity to study with the best professors in the profession, I truly believe that. I believed that before I came. So being able to say that I studied with Rob Williams, people all over the country, of course, know who he is and his everything that he embodies, and so that's really exciting to get to say that I studied with him and that I know him and that he knows me. I also really I look back and kind of remember that I was given a lot of freedom within the classes of what I wanted to learn and what I wanted to develop in these classes. For instance, I took a Native Economic Development class, which is a big part of what I do now, getting capital to tribes. So I took that class and I wanted to write on intertribal financing, and it's a pretty novel issue. It's a pretty novel thing in tribal financing at this point in time. But the professor, of course, gave me his blessing, and it was really exciting. And now I do some of that in my own practice. And some of my non-Indian law courses, I think, because the IPLP program is here, and because of really, it's the jewel in the crown of University of Arizona in a lot of ways, the law school at least. I think the other professors supported those kind of research initiatives. So, for example, in my advanced corporate law class, I wanted to write about tribal corporations and regulation of tribal gaming corporations. So that's what I did. And again, the professor didn't really know much about it. I obviously knew more than she did about it, but I had the opportunity to educate myself and educate my peers in my class and educate that professor. So that was really exciting. I made the decision to become active in a leadership role while I was here. I served as the Native American Law Students Association president my second year of law school, and I had the help of a great board, a great huge membership, and we received a couple national awards that year, which was very exciting. The community here was just phenomenal. I had come from a school with very few American Indian students, first of all, and to a school with a lot of American Indian students. In my class at the law school, I think we had 10, which was quite a few for out of 150 students. So that in and of itself was a very different and good thing for me here. I think having that community, because where I'm from, I am so connected to my community and to my family, and so I really needed that sense of community wherever I would have gone. And of course, we had this support from the IPLP program and the professors that was just there. It was just like a mother's love. It was just there, no matter what. It was a real sense of family.